Hello friends, this is Advocate Rahul Maskar. Now in this video, we will see the composition of courts as mentioned in the Yajnavalkya Smriti. Now what are those courts and how they are? One, they comprise of king and learned people. So these are the two kind of categories of people who will be there, king and learned people. Then who should be in judiciary? Person having excellent knowledge of Vedas, person having excellent knowledge of Dharma Shastra, truthful person, impartial person. So these are the people who are in the judiciary as mentioned in Yajnavalkya. Now, what was the system of justice? How it was given? Let us see that. So, what was the system of justice? There were 4 stages: plaint, written statement, evidence, and order. Correct? This is exactly what is today we do. We have a plaint, we have a written statement from the other side, then we lay down evidences and the order is passed. Now there is one unique feature, and that is the plaintiff as well as defendants, both have to furnish surety while conducting the case. Now this is really an interesting aspect to know, that plaintiff as well as defendant have to give us the particular sureties. Now what was the reason behind that? And probably the reason is very simple, and that is either the plaintiff or the defendant, he should not file any false, frivolous or a suit only to harass the other side. That is why this concept of furnishing of surety by both plaintiff and defendant was given. Today we have no such concept. Plaintiff as well as defendant, none of them furnish any kind of a surety in the court in conducting of cases. Now let's see what was the time frame for disposal of the litigations. In following cases, disposal should be done immediately: murder, robbery, provocative speech, killing of cow, kidnapping of a woman. Now if you see the categorization which is done, that is murder, kidnapping of a woman, in all this immediate matter has to be disposed of. The reason being obviously very clear, that there are chances that witnesses may not be available. Hence for that purpose the time frame is given, that these are the specific categories of matters in which they have to be disposed of immediately. Even for other matters, the normal way of functioning was not very long. Even it took a short time to dispose of the various other suits or other cases which were filed before the courts. Now let us see what are the type of evidences which were accepted in the courts. Written, one who enjoys property, one who has possession of property, witnesses, divine evidence. Now if you see, identically we have today the same thing, what we call documentary evidence, what we call oral evidences, what we call witnesses. Same thing prevails today, but there is one distinction which is done in the evidence by Yajnavalkya, and that is enjoying of property and possession of property. So he has given two different aspects to it. Now there is one important aspect which we need to know, and that is when there was an conflict between two Dharma Shastras. It has been clearly written by Yajnavalkya. Then in such a situation, the case has to be decided based on the facts of the case. So Dharma Shastras would be kept aside as there was a conflict, and the case would be decided as per the facts of the case. So friends, from this we come to know that even in those days there existed proper courts, there existed who should be in the courts, there existed a proper system of courts, there existed the category, the type of evidences which would be there, there existed a time frame for disposal of suit. So all this existed even in the ancient times, and that is how it has been mentioned in the Yajnavalkya Smriti. So friends, in the next video we will discuss concept of adverse possession. Thank you.